Every summer for the past 12 years, we've been going to pick blueberries at a local blueberry farm. It is something that we love doing during the summer, and it always shows us that it's summertime. My oldest has gotten quite good at picking berries. She doesn't get hardly any green ones in her bucket anymore, and she's even willing to share with her baby sisters. We usually pick at least 4 pounds each in a bucket. So I'm going to get these home and show you how to can them. These berries don't even need to be washed, but you can if you'd like to. This will fill about 4 half-pint jars. So you're going to put on the stove a saucepan and get an apron on because this could get messy. Little Owen wanted to help me do this. I put about 2 cups at a time of blueberries. I did a total of 4 cups of blueberries. I then added about 3.5 cups of water, just enough to cover the berries. You don't want too much water, but just enough. I did 2 tablespoons of sugar. You don't even need sugar, but I wanted to add just a little bit. While this is simmering on the stove, you can go ahead and sterilize your jars. You need to do this so they are safe for canning. And you want as hot water as you can get. Go ahead and remove the jars. Do not touch the mouth of the jar and try not to touch the lid if you can avoid it. This will keep it sterile so you can have a successful canning. Otherwise, you do contaminate it. So the berries are starting to simmer. You're going to bring to a boil and let boil for 1 whole minute. You're going to strain the berries and try not to make a mess like I did. And if you do make a mess, clean it up quick. Go ahead and fill it right up to that first seam and then stop. You do not want to overfill. The berries were hot, so you have to be careful. So you can see the steam rising. So then use the leftover juice that you saved to can them with it. So it's like fresh berry juice. You want to do this and leave about 1/4 inch of headspace at the top so it has room to expand. Get a clean cloth and wipe the rim of each of the jars to keep the sugar off and anything that may have gotten on there. Otherwise, that can cause your mixture to go bad. Put the lids on without touching the rubber part. And then you're going to put the rings on as well. Do not tighten too tight, just tight enough because it needs to be allowed to get air out while you boil it. Now it's time for the water bath. Put on a big pot. If you don't have a canning rack, you can put a towel at the bottom of your pot and it'll work just as well. And now you're going to put the jars right on top. You need about 1 to 2 inches of water above each can of water for a successful water bath. Set it to high to boil. And here it is boiling. You want it a rolling boil, and once the rolling boil starts, you set a timer for 10 to 12 minutes. I had to scoop some water out because it got too full. Remove the jars after 10 minutes, and they're going to be very, very hot. You do not want to tip them over if you can avoid it. Now you have blueberries for winter. From my family to yours, have a blessed rest of your week and enjoy this recipe.